So we now go on to our fourth heat out of 6 for Junior Rotax. It's B versus T. Let's have a look at your starting grid. Mateo Radenkovic will lead from pole position. Alongside him will be Kenzo Craigie from the United Kingdom. It's France and the UK on row 2 with Lucas L and Timo Jungling. Julian Kovacevic and Max Swiderski from Germany and the Netherlands round out row 3. Denmark and France on row 4 with Matthias Jellerup and Oscar Gouchot, who is a non-starter. Dave Stevens and Zain El Homosani will round out the top 10. Noah Janssen and Tom Streller. That will be row 6, head of Ollie Wise. Then Knud Nielsen, Cameron Nelson, Sebastian Koch, Kasper Nissen, Antoine Grisel, Mathieu Lemaitre, and Germany's Ben Kaminski. So far, we have had 2 different winners from 3 different races. Kasper Schurmans and Timo Jungling are the 2 drivers that have managed to get across the line first. Could we have a 3rd different winner this time around? With Timo Jungling starting from 4th position on the grid, anything is possible. So the drivers now get themselves into formation ahead of their 2nd heat of the day. Each of the drivers will compete in 3 heats, and after tonight we will have the official classification the ranking after the heats, as now everyone starts to get into formation. Through the final right-hander, as now they start to build speed through the chicane. Over the crest, they split, they head into the tram lines. Are we ready? Are we steady? Lights are out first time. Good start by Radenkovic as Kenzo Craigie loses 2 positions and drops to 4th behind Julian Kovacevic. Someone being very brave around the outside. That's Max Swiderski as they go through into turn 4. Some significantly wrestling with the steering wheel. Heading through that left-hand hairpin into turn 6. As Noah Janssen was looking towards the outside of the corner, managed to get through on Zain El Homosani in the meantime, but also might have tried to get past Dave Stevens in the 292. But we've had 2 off the circuit, one of which is the 214 Sebastian Koch, and the other one is the 207 Mathieu Lemaitre. They get back going again, as now up the inside of Kenzo Craigie goes Timo Jungling up into 4th place. Here comes Max Swiderski, also up the inside of the 244 from Argenti. So Swiderski now up into what is effectively 5th position. He's now going for Kovacevic on the run out of turn 4. Swiderski gets through, so does Craigie. Very, very close indeed. Matthias Jellerup nearly got through on the German through turn 5. But Kovacevic, who started the lap in 3rd position, was definitely not wanting that to happen. Bit of a difficult time for Noah Janssen, who's dropped quite a few positions outside of the top 15, but Radenkovic still leads the way as we go across the line very shortly to complete our 2nd lap. Radenkovic leads, Lucas Els, Timo Jungling, Max Swiderski. Now up the inside of Julian Kovacevic goes Matthias Jellerup. Kovacevic drifts a little bit wide. Through goes Kenzo Craigie into turns 2 and 3. Zain El Homosani going side pod to side pod. He's going to miss out because of the fact that Dave And that was Tom Strehler and Zain El Homosani nearly coming together through into turn number 5, and inadvertently the shortcut has, well, Zain El Homosani had nowhere to go and has gone straight onto the shortcut. He's going to have to let everybody past as Tay Stevens gets through on Ollie Wise to retake a position. And still after 3 laps, Radenkovic leads. Ormetre is out of this race. So we go down to 18 drivers. As it's getting a bit feisty out there. El Homosani gets a touch from Stevens. Nearly gets one from Wise. There's the 241. That's Cameron Nelson. And just behind them is Noah Janssen in the 231 from Germany, running with 3G Racing on the Gillard chassis. Coming to the halfway point of this 4th race out of 6 for the juniors when it comes to the heats. A little bit further back, Knud Nielsen running with GKS competition, GKS Lemons Power, having to battle away with a few drivers just behind. Now on to lap number 5 we go. Radenkovic still leads by just over half a second. Timo Jungling in 3rd, Max Sidursky in 4th, Matthias Jellerup in 5th, Kenzo Craigie and Julian Kovacevic. Well, Kovacevic has dropped a couple more positions, it looks like, because there I see, well, Kenzo Craigie is ahead of him. So Kovacevic running at the top 7, Tay Stevens 8th, Ollie Wise 9th, Zain El Homosani in 10th position. Ahead of Cameron Nelson from the United Kingdom. The driver running on the Lando Norris chassis through Dan Holland Racing. Craigie trying to get back onto level terms with Matthias Jellerup for what is 5th position on the road. Radenkovic still continues to lead. On to lap 6. Gap now just over 4/10 of a second. Lucas Sells in the meantime has gone just over a 10th quicker than the race leader. And has just put in the fastest lap, 56.540. Timo Jungling, 3/100ths off him. Position lost by Noah Janssen, but instantly regained, having got past the 222 of Casper Nissen. Knud Nielsen was also there waiting in the wings to see what transpires. And is trying to get through, went round the outside, knit through, coming out of turn 5 and into turn 6. So great anticipation by Knud Nielsen to get past Casper Nissen for 13th position through the fast right-hand sweeper at turn 6. But still the battle remains for 5th place. Kenzo Craigie trying to keep things neat and tidy. He's running in 6th position. Getting a little bit feisty, a little bit further back. Cameron Nelson up the inside of Zain El Homosani. There is the 292 of Tay Stevens. And El Homosani was nearly sandwiched quite there and then. Nelson keeps it pinned in front of the 295. Who's proud to be of Egyptian heritage. Runs under the banner of the UAE. That was a move from Tom Strehler on Knud Nielsen through turn 6. So Tom Strehler making a recovery up the order after the moment he and Zain El Homosani through turn 5 tangled a few moments ago. There we go, another move, and that was Zain El Homosani on the 241, the 241 of Cameron Nelson. El Homosani is losing, places hand over fist. He's lost one to Cameron Nelson. He's lost one to Noah Janssen, one to Dave Stevens, one to Tom Strehler, and is now behind the Latvian in 13th position. Timer has now expired. We will be going on to our final lap very, very shortly through turn 4. Bit of a moment there for Noah Janssen as Dave Stevens went up the inside, going through into turn number 5. Oh, dearie me, and that's a big old shortcut for Knud Nielsen. He's gone grass tracking. And now was just looking to the rear of the car. I mean, the front bumper took an absolute battering and mowed the lawn, coming as he literally was bouncing up and down like a yo-yo on a string, coming out of turn number 5. And the 202 and the 222 starting to, oh, and there's more dramas there going through. That was the 238 of Tom Streller. That was Tay Stevens. I think Ben Kaminsky getting involved. As we are on to the final lap. More juxtaposing for positions here. With Tay Stevens and Noah Janssen just behind Cameron Nelson. Radenkovic has a lead of just under 3.5 tenths of a second in front of Lucas Selle from France. Timo Jungling in third. Max Sadurski, Kenzo Craigie, Matthias Jellerup and Julian Kovacevic ran out the top 7. Ollie Wise in 8th. And there is our race leader. He's just got the final right-hander and the chicane to negotiate. And it's going to be 3 different winners from 4 different heats so far in Junior Rotax. As across the line, Belgium's Matej Radenkovic takes the win ahead of Lucas Selle by just over 1/4 of a second. Timo Jungling takes third. Max Sadurski, strong, spirited performance by the youngster from the Netherlands to take 4th ahead of Kenzo Craigie. Matthias Jellerup, Julian Kovacevic, Ollie Wise, Cameron Nelson and Tay Stevens round out the top 10. Fastest lap of the race, Lucas Selle, 56.230. Noah Janssen in 11th, head of Zainel Homosani. Tom Streller, Antoine Grisel and Casper Nissen. Ben Kaminsky would round out the top 16, head of Sebastian Koch. Knud Nielsen would pull the cart into the pit lane with 2 laps to go. Mathieu Saumetre, unfortunately retiring on lap 2. And Oscar Gouchot, again, a non-starter.